Right now, as we come on the air first live at 11, we are showing you 4 live views of Kentuckiana interstates at this very late hour. Let's walk you through them. There you have the Gene Snyder at Preston in the upper left. I-65 at the fairgrounds, the lower left. Over to the top right, that's the Watterson at Taylorsville Road. And then take a look at the bottom there, I-64 at Blankenbaker in eastern Jefferson County. We're showing this at this late hour. So important to note because after a rocky start on these same interstates this morning with that light coating of snow and ice hitting Louisville, here at 11, running really nice and well. And we have new video with the relentless waves of snow still hitting areas like Grand Haven, Michigan, right on Lake Michigan, blanketing the roads, causing issues like that 100-car pileup that happened on Monday. Some cars are still stuck in the snow there, in the snowbanks on the side of the road on Wednesday, right here tonight. And that's not even the major winter storm we're expecting in Kentucky end of this weekend. Hi, everybody, and thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Doug Proffitt. First up, our chief meteorologist, Mallory Schnell, is here to tell us what to expect in the morning. Any more of what we had today, Mallory?
Thankfully, tomorrow morning's commute should be a lot smoother than this morning. All that moisture has pushed off to our east and southeast, so outside of a sprinkle or two and some lingering cloud cover, we are looking much drier and also very mild right now. Temperatures are in the upper 30s to right around that 40-degree mark, but temperatures will drop closer to sunrise tomorrow morning. Expect lows in the upper 20s to lower 30s, right around average for this time of year. But of course, you all, I'm sure, want to know much more about this weekend. We do have a winter storm watch in place for all the counties in blue here. Our northernmost tier not included, but that does not mean you're not going to get snow. I would not be surprised to see that nudge northward as we head into tomorrow. This from Saturday morning through Monday morning. And just take a look at the scope of these winter storm watches. This storm is going to impact areas from New Mexico all the way over to the East Coast Friday through this weekend. Here at home, we're expecting snow to arrive throughout the day on Saturday. Frigid temperatures in place with highs in the teens. And then once we head into Sunday, it should taper by the afternoon or evening, but we could start to see some sleet. Really transitioning as we head into our southernmost county Sunday morning. So that will be an area to watch as well.
Well, let's tell our viewers what's been happening while we were coming on the air and actually you were starting your weather presentation. A new model was coming in. You hear the model talks all the time, the Euro and the GFS,
right.
But you've always said that as we get closer to the event, if those models start agreeing, then you can lock in. What does this new run tell you in the last few seconds?
So some good news in the fact that the Euro and the GFS are agreeing more. So throughout the week, the GFS has been kind of doing this, up and down, up and down, up and down, north and south. And then, of course, that track will change how much snow we see. So with this falling a bit more in line, we're getting more of that actual real data from the storm in the Pacific, looking like a big snowmaker for us, especially in the Louisville metro area. We'll have to watch a sharp cutoff to our north and also to the south. I'll have a first look at the snow map for totals. That's coming up in my main weather here.
Okay, that's important. The first time we've really laid out potential totals.
Yes.
Again, this model run coming in just the last few seconds, so you're getting information just hot off the presses there about what it could be heading in for this weekend. All right, thank you, Mallory. Now, we did get new information on this morning's crashes in Kentuckiana. This one in the dark right before 6:45 a.m. It happened on I-264 west of Dixie Highway and east of Crumbs Lane. Involved a school bus. Take a look. There's that school bus, the yellow bus, right in the middle of your screen against the median wall. JCPS says bus number 722 had a car slide right in front of the bus. No injuries, thankfully. 3 students were on board. Also, Metro Police overall telling us tonight that they worked a total of 107 non-injury crashes in the winter weather this morning. 18 wrecks, though, did involve injuries today. So what about this weekend? WHAS11's extreme weather specialist, John Gordon, joined us at 5:30. Here's his word to all of us. Now's the time to get ready.
Are the weather people overhyping this? No. Are we going to get a big snow? Yes, we are. So you need to prepare now and make some good decisions for you and your family. Get those supplies, get your shovel, gas up your cars, check your windshield wiper, and check your tires. It's coming.
Looks right into the screen there. Of course, John used to be with the National Weather Service in Louisville. Tonight, we're bringing you team coverage as people are watching very closely. Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Aspen Hester covering the Metro Louisville snow preps. But first, we want to begin with WHAS 11 night teams Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Levi Hammer in Hillview, with a family taking their generosity right to the front yard.
free to anyone who may need something. Please help yourself.
This is a different kind of lemonade stand on the busy Berkeley Drive in Hillview. By
The Morris Family Friends.
everyone has pitched in.
I helped my mama set out the table one time, and she loved it.
They've purchased non-perishable items and put them out on their front yard.
My wife just seen a need. We have quite a few houseless people that walk up and down the street, ride bikes up and down the street.
Almost everything was gone on the first day, bread being one of the favorite items.
The colder it is, the more the need is.
There's nowhere in here at this point where you're not always on top of somebody else with how much we've grown.
Feed Louisville's outreach has grown as the Arctic air and heavy snowmaker makes its way to the metro. The team made hundreds of meals today, increasing their production ahead of the weather.
So we're just taking just one big thing off their plates, which is they can know where their next meal is going to come from and have some energy to try to make it through another just brutally cold night.
We have more than enough resources as a community to supply those things to people, so there is absolutely zero reason somebody should die from the cold.
Your word is the lamp to guide my feet.
The Morrises hope their light from their food will help guide the path of their neighbors, heading into the frigid temperatures and accumulating snow. With photojournalist Levi Hammer, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
Now, more of our team coverage new on the night team. Louisville road crews got a warm-up test today with that snow, freezing rain, and ice. Plus, people are also turning big time to hardware stores, we found. WHAS 11 night team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Aspen Hester had the view ahead of the winter storm.
I'm just gonna grab this while I hear.
Ice scrapers, shovels, and a whole lot of salt. Louisvillians at Brownsboro Hardware wasting no time getting ready for the winter storm to hit.
People are definitely starting to get nervous and want to get prepared.
Owner Doug Carroll keeping the shelves stocked.
And then we put in a $60,000 order for more inventory coming early Friday. We have plenty of ice melt in stock.
From your home to the roads.
While the roads may be wet right now from the snow that's melted from earlier today, that's not going to be the case moving into this weekend. So you may see some gray and white lines along those roads. That's a sign that Metro Public Works is out brining. So a brine is a mix between salt and water, and that's to make sure that the snow and ice doesn't stick to the pavement.
We loaded salt trucks overnight, and so we were ready first thing this morning to hit the roads with our morning shift.
Public Works Director Bill Bell says crews will be out brining the streets through Thursday and possibly Friday.
We'll be prepared for whatever comes our way this month, and I'm confident that we will have the streets as clear as possible this weekend for everyone's safety.
And if you want to take advantage of the incoming snow, Brownsboro Hardware just ordered 2,000 more sleds.
Tons of people want to go sledding, tons of great hills around Louisville to go sledding.
Getting ready for a definite snowfall, with the amounts still unknown.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good one.
In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
Well, if you think Louisville didn't have enough salt, get this. Bell told us the department has ordered an additional 500 tons of salt to replenish their stock ahead of this major storm this weekend. Now's a great time to download the free WHAS 11 Plus app, by the way. If you happen to have a power outage, you can stay in touch and still watch WHAS 11 News live coverage on the app and sign up for alerts. It's winter weather coverage you can count on through the week and weekend. Download the WHAS 11 Plus app on your phone and your smart TV. More top stories for you right now, all new on the night team. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is in Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum. The governor watched President Donald Trump's speech today about Greenland and then blasted him.
The speech was dangerous, it was disrespectful, and it was unhinged. You saw him calling into question alliances that have kept our world stable for my entire lifetime. You saw him make fun of world leaders in the room who we call friends. You saw him ramble on in stories and even try to do voices. This is really concerning and for the United States, frankly, embarrassing.
The Economic Forum in Davos is by invitation only. Andy Beshear is also the new head of the Democratic Governors Association. Today, President Trump did make big news when he said he would not use military force to acquire Greenland after weeks of threats.
We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force.
In a social media post as well, Donald Trump says he has reached a, quote, framework of a deal with the Secretary General of NATO and is backing off on his threats to impose new tariffs on the NATO allies. Now, that statement also sent the stock market skyward today after falling sharply yesterday on his comments about imposing tariffs. The ex-boyfriend of Bardstown's Crystal Rogers now appealing his case to the Kentucky Supreme Court. On the night team, why his attorneys argue for acquittal or a retrial. And then later, well before the much bigger storm, we are showing you other parts of the U.S. already in the grips of dangerous, snowy conditions.
And here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $266 million. Powerball, $209 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1